I'm Lainey Blumhorst. I'm your Idaho Realtor.
And I'm Tia Elson, your mortgage lender.
And our goal of this little mini series is to make you comfortable jumping into your first investment as a first-time home buyer. So our goal of this first part is mindset. And we thought of that because constantly I think back to the times that, little things that kept me from even like picking up a phone to call a lender, or thinking, oh my gosh, I could never invest in real estate. Nobody's ever gonna give me a loan. So I think our goal of this series is to get you to get out of your own way and understand that it is achievable. Remind me, how old were you when you bought your first house?
I was 25 when I bought my first home, and probably the only reason I actually thought it was achievable was because I was in the industry.
Right.
So I got in the industry when I was 23, learned obviously everything there is to know about mortgage lending and real estate. But before that, I was dead set. I thought everyone had to have 20% down to buy a house.
Right.
So before
Same.
I got in the industry, I never even considered being a homeowner because I didn't think it was achievable for me.
Right.
Which is what we hear all the time.
Exactly. So that one was huge for me too. My dad would always say, Lainey, you have to have 20% down. And I didn't have a huge savings. So for me, I was always thinking, I will never be able to do that. In addition to that, I had this stupid little credit card, which now I look back and I laugh thinking that somebody was gonna care about that little amount. I think I had a couple $100 on my credit card, and I let that hold me back. So I look back now and I just wish that I understood, being in your shoes, that doesn't matter. It's all a big picture, and that's the goal of the mini series, is to be able to talk about topic after topic of things that maybe you're thinking in your head that is holding you back from just making that jump into owning your first investment. So if you could go back, because of course hindsight is 2020, what would you do different, or would you do anything different?
I would probably, I would have loved to own a home a few years sooner, but I wish I would have taken the time to learn the programs that were out there, because it is so much easier than so many people think.
Right.
And waiting to get to 20% down, or thinking it's not even a possibility for me and never trying, isn't the answer.
Right. And not even because you come from the lender side, not even learning the programs, it's just calling the person that understands the programs, which is Tia. I mean, you don't have to know what you're going for, what you're doing, you just need to understand your financial picture. And that is just making that first jump.
And everyone's so afraid to talk to me. I'm like the scariest one to talk to because I am in everyone's finances and diving deep into income and credit and all those things. But it's a much easier conversation than a lot of people think.
Right. And from a mindset perspective, I look back, and again, I let the idea of 20% down, or my stupid little Macy's credit card with a couple $100 on it, hold me back. And now I look at, had I gone into my relationship with Brady having a house also as a first-time home buyer, how much further we could have gotten.